Here we have the all-new 2023 Toyota Crown. This one is in the limited trim level in magnetic gray metallic. And then we have black perforated synthetic leather interior. The powertrain consists of a 2.5 liter naturally aspirated 4-cylinder hybrid powertrain. And then that's mated to the continuously variable transmission. Gives us a net power output of 236 horsepower. Coming around to the front end here, we get those beautiful quad LED headlamps. And we have the LED daytime running lights. But a beautiful look there. And I love the design of the Crown. It looks kind of like an Avalon to me, but more futuristic. And we have these beautiful optional 21-inch wheels. And we get passive keyless entry on all 4 doors. And then over here we have our memory seat functions. You just hit set and then click the one you want to set. And then we have one-touch automatic up and down windows on all 4 doors. Rear window lock here, power door lock controls here, then power mirrors, pick a side and adjust. And then we have automatic power folding mirrors. And then you can fold them, blind spot monitors in those. So you can set it to auto, so when you unlock the car, they'll open. When you lock it, they'll close up. Pretty big bottle holder there. And then automatic high beam toggle there. Then we also have our brightness for the gauge cluster. We can set the odometer. And then pop the trunk, open the gas cap. We'll open the hood for later. We have a manual tilt telescoping steering wheel. And then here we have our power driver seat with power lumbar support. But I'm curious about this rear seat room. I have the seat up front adjusted for someone of my size, being 6'3" with longer legs. So we're gonna go ahead and check that out. So quite impressive. Several inches between my kneecaps and the back of the seat here. Seat back pockets on both sides. Now I will say, with the panoramic roof, I have about an inch or so of headroom, but still I love how this is laid out, even the seats. And when I do move my head, I kind of have to scoot up a little bit. And the roof line, I don't know if you can tell from here, but it goes like that. So that's interesting, but. And then here, cup holders. 2 USB-C charge ports there, rear AC vents, and then grab handle. And I love how they did this hook. You probably hang 3 or 4 skinny hangers on there, or just one big one if you need to hang your shirts up. Let's go ahead and make our way towards the back. Fuel cap is there. And as we come around to the back here, we do get the LED tail lamps. But tons of trunk space here. Very impressed by the size here. And then we have the all-weather floor mat right in here. And then you can lift this up underneath if you ever need it. There's your spare tire. So it's nice we still get a spare in the Crown. Everybody's trying to go to tire inflator kits, but for those of you that like having that, there it is. But I'm actually feeling the rear end. I wasn't sure about it until I got up close and personal with it. And I actually like the dual pipes there. That could be interesting long term to see if somebody puts an aftermarket exhaust on it. But huge shout out to John Roberts Toyota for allowing me to review this car today. I'll leave a link below to it, as well as their full inventory in the description below. But that's how we fold the seats down. And then top tethers up there if you ever use them. And then for the bottom anchors, you just unhook this and then you can use that. But I like that you have the covers, so if you're not using it, you just put them away. And we do have heated rear seats, I forgot to mention that. But to the window sticker here, tons of standard features on this Limit. I love how it's specced out. Getting that 11 speaker JBL system. And then this advanced technology package is nice too, but especially being able to get those wheels. I love those. Honestly, I think they're worth the almost $3,000. Then of course you have a few other features as well, but stickers right at $50,602. And then here we have our front passenger seat, which is going to be power. And I love the design of the seat as well. I love how the bolsters come out there. You have that one line of that bronze stitching, super cool. Lockable glove compartment here. Interesting how they made that. And then that bronze kind of goes throughout. But this really does look like, if a Crown were a car, this is what it would look like. So I find that interesting they did that. But there's that 2.5 liter hybrid powertrain. Engine hasn't cut on in a minute, so it's just humming at me. But let's go ahead and hop in the driver's seat. So leather wrap steering wheel feels pretty good. Looks nice too. And we can heat that. And I'll show you where the button is for that in a moment. Now with this screen, we do have the navigation subscription, so it's not built in. And then we do have AM, FM, XM radio. And then you have the choice to use Apple Music or Amazon Music as well. And then you have Apple CarPlay, Android Auto compatibility too. And you can pair your phone. Pretty easy to walk you through to connect your Bluetooth device. Just click that and then search for the devices, it'll find it. Just gonna scroll through all the settings here. I love the simplistic screen here, but it's pretty easy to use, but it also looks good as well. So we do have the 3-stage heated cooled seats for the driver, front passenger. We can pull that up here for the heated steering wheel. You can set it to auto. And then you have 2 modes as well. And then there are buttons down below here for that, as well as our dual zone automatic climate controls. So we can set that auto there, turn the fan speed down and turn that off, adjust fan speed. Again, that's how you could set that from the buttons. And then you can control the fan direction here. And then this button you can use to either only give the air to the front occupants, or you can just have it go regularly. So it'll cut those back vents off for you. So it's nice if the people in the back are getting cold, or if you just want all the airflow to yourself. And then those buttons for the heated cooled seats as well. Cut the whole system off. The defrosters are here. That's for the rear defrost as well as the heated mirrors, and then the front defrost. AC toggle, sync toggle. And then volume knob is here, which I like. And then you can click that for a mute. But can't say enough about that bronze going on there. It looks super nice. Settings, and then here if you want to look at your energy flow, which I like to have up pretty often so I can keep track of what's being used and how it's being used. You can pull up the engine and then the electric motor, battery, all that, and it'll show you what's being used to power the car or charge the battery, whatever. Now, backup cameras here. Guidelines follow you as you turn the steering wheel. Then you have that 360 view to the left side. And down here we have our wireless charging pad. You just stick it back in there. And then you hit this button and you get that front camera. And then you can change your views and all that by either hitting the button, and then you have options over here to the side as well. Now for the shifter, it's pretty interesting. It reminds me of the Prius. So press P for park, and then you can go to reverse, tap over for neutral, pull down for drive, and then you can just pull down for that B mode, which is going to give you that max regen, and it kind of makes sure that you're taking care of the battery. And then for the drive modes, we have 3: Eco, Normal, Sport. And I love how the graphics change as you go through that. And then your EV mode is here. You have your automatic brake hold, traction control, electronic parking brake. Pull that up to engage, hit the brake, press down to disengage. Then you have 2 USB-C charge ports here, cup holders, and then center console cubby space, removable trays here, USB-A port, and a 12-volt down there. And actually a pretty decent size, and I like how they made the actual compartment. And I love these lights too. They just look so good. Now, for the roof, it's actually just a fixed glass roof. So what you're gonna do is you can either close the sunshade or you can open it, but it is one touch, so I like having that. Now to the steering wheel here, the stalk here, blinker, headlamps, corners, auto, and then you can, of course, toggle your automatic high beams there in auto mode, and then regular high beams, you just turn those on and off there and flash that way. Now for the windshield wipers, you do have automatic wipers, so one time there, off, auto, low, high, and then you can adjust how sensitive the auto is to the precipitation there, and then pull up here for the front wiper fluid. Now to the actual steering wheel, we have a Bluetooth button here, back button. All this is for the digital gauge cluster here, and you can go through all of your settings, so on and so forth. And then volume controls here, and then you have your voice recognition control here. And then over here, you can use this mode button to go through your audio sources, and you can toggle your track list or radio station presets here. And then all of this is going to be for your Toyota Safety Sense 3.0. So we do get that adaptive cruise, lane centering, and then we can actually toggle the modes here, the gap adjust, and then I'll show you kind of what's new with the 3.0 system as we get out on the road for the test drive. We have our push button start there. And finally, here's our key fob